Okay, so now what was left in the dye stock, there's the gold. Now that is not enough that I want to use for a Lucky Strike. It looks like more on the camera, but really like that's very little. So I'm gonna actually just use this water to create the dye stock for the next batch of this colorway. But over here, you're seeing what's left over of the black, and it's just kind of a really beautiful kind of purpley gray. And that's enough that I'm gonna go ahead and make that a dye stock colorway. Now I could just use this for another batch of the Golden Knights colorway, but that's actually too much. It would throw off my ratio. It would be too heavy in the math department. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that to create some really fun Lucky Strike minis that will go into some mini fiber bundles. So let's go ahead and stick it in there. Just like that. Now what's fun about this, I like to stick it in there dry sometimes, only because it kind of gives it a really cool tonal effect when you let it just drop into the water naturally. And kind of exhaust as it goes. So I'm just gonna kind of stick it in there dry. There's plenty of vinegar in that water. So, and the reason why there's vinegar in this water and not citric acid is because I was using gold stellina. Anytime you're using a stellina fiber, you always want to use vinegar instead of citric acid. The citric acid will just kind of eat away the stellina. So you can see it kind of dropping into the water right now. That's good. That's going to kind of cause the yarn that touched the water first to be heavier with this, the dye, and the yarn that's kind of seeping into the water slowly is going to be lighter. And then once it all kind of gets in there, I'll give it a good stir, or not, whatever is inspiring. And it'll be a new Lucky Strike, so you can look for that in the shop. Okay, the mister just came out and saw the colorway in progress, the Golden Knights colorway, and he loved it. He said it was so cool looking. Now, as you know, I was kind of thinking about doing some like red speckling going on in there, some gray or something, but he said I should just leave it. And you know, sometimes I really need to edit myself and not go too big too soon, or else it could come out, you know, you can always add more, but you can't take away. That's kind of like the theory that I use when I get my hair cut. So that's kind of what I'm gonna do here. I'm not gonna add anything else to that. I think it looks fantastic the way it is in the water. I'll go ahead and give you another look. Here's a look at the colorway. You can see the gold stellina running throughout, and you guys, it is really beautiful. And this as a micro stripe would be amazing. And because I'm making this a sock set, I may use the mini fiber that goes along with it in the sock set as kind of an opportunity to add a punch of that red maybe, but maybe not. I might just make the mini that goes along with it a really pretty charcoal gray color, because charcoal gray with gold stellina is just gorgeous. It is on point, you guys. I'm gonna do another batch of that, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do for the mini fiber. Okay, so I put some minis in the black portion of the dye stock, and so this is where we're at right now. They've soaked up a lot of that, and actually what's left in that pot is really pretty pale. I can totally add additional dye stock to that and have it not throw off the ratio or make the color look any different. And so I like where the minis are going right now. I mean, they're fine, they're really pretty gray. But I'm thinking, I know that I'm probably gonna have a little bit left over in the next batch as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these little minis, I'm gonna set them off to the side, and then when I get done with my second batch, I'm gonna add them back to soak up some more of the dye stock from the second batch. And actually, I have been kind of taking them from the black to the gold, and it's warming up that gray color a little bit, kind of giving a little bit of a gold undertone. And I'll do the same thing when I have a new batch of kind of Lucky Strike dye stock, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the minis, set them off to the side, get the dye stock going for the next batch of Golden Knights color, and go from there. All right, I just pulled these out of the spin dryer, and I'm so excited, you guys. This is so cool. I can't wait to knit with this. I'm gonna have to dye more for sure. So here is a look at, I'm gonna be calling it Go Knights, and this is the Las Vegas Golden Knights colorway that will be coming to the shop. Like, look at those speckles. Are you kidding me right now? They're amazing and just perfect for Las Vegas, for the Golden Knights, for everything. You guys, I think we hit it out of the park. Or into the stands. So super excited. So I'm gonna hang this out. I have my other one going right now. I'm gonna get that rinsed off. I'm definitely gonna be dyeing more of this. And if they win the Stanley Cup, you guys, shoot. Okay, so I have the minis that were dyed in that Lucky Strike dye pot, and so this is what they look like. They're a really pretty kind of gray with a little bit of a gold tone in there. So I'm gonna show you over the drying rack right here. So here's the gray, and it's beautiful. Now, it's not on the gold stellina base, but I really love this color with what I did for the Knights colorway, and it's just kind of a basic gray. Now this is another color in the Knights kind of team colors, so I might end up trying to recreate this gray on a gold stellina base to see if that would go well in sock sets, but I'm not entirely sure. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it's not punchy enough to pair with that. Maybe I want more gray, maybe I want to do a bright red to pull out the red in their colors. Not sure, so just something I'm contemplating, but that is the gray and it's beautiful. That is the gray that we came up with in our Lucky Strike.